Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dr. Dhondeva Ishwanath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government First Grade College, Kyarpuram, Bangalore. Today I am going to discuss about chemistry of newer materials of Chemistry 7, which is Inorganic Chemistry of 6th semester BSc, affiliated to Bangalore and Bangalore North University. In this class, I have to discuss third material, that is high temperature superconductors. In this class, I have to explain high temperature superconductors, definition with examples, preparation of high temperature superconductors, that is a YBCO, BCS theory of high temperature superconductors, explanation, merits and demerits, applications of high temperature superconductors, then lastly drawbacks of high temperature superconductors. These I have to discuss point-wise detail. Now high temperature superconductors, those materials which behave superconductors from lower to higher temperature. At particular about highest temperature, the superconductivity of a particular material lost are called high temperature superconductors. Examples: bismuth, strontium, calcium, copper oxide, that is the BSCCO. This is the one of the material that is it is act as a superconductor at higher temperature, that is a manageable temperature. Second one is yttrium, barium, copper oxide, that is a YBCO. It is again another that is an example for high temperature superconductors. Now coming to that is a preparation of high temperature superconductors, that is for your syllabus. Only one that is a material will be there, yttrium, barium, copper oxide, YBCO. This is the first material discovered as a superconductor at above its boiling point of nitrogen liquid, about that is a 77 Kelvin temperature. The chemical formula of YBCO is Y1BA2 barium, that is Cu thrice, then oxygen 7 minus delta. This also called as a Y, that is a yttrium, that is a 1, 2, 3. In the form of yttrium is to barium is to copper in the ratio of 1:2 to 3. Therefore, we say that is a yttrium is 1 ratio, barium is 2 ratio, and copper is 3 ratio in the form of. Therefore, we say that is it is a Y, that is yttrium 1, 2, 3 is the that is abbreviated as that is the chemical name of this compound. The superconducting state of YBCO can vary from delta is equal to 0 to 0.5. Beyond 0.5 value, it changes into insulating state, means it cannot be act as a superconductor, but it becomes a insulators. YBCO is a type 2 second, that is a type 2 superconductors, that is a type 2 superconductor with a mixed states which are nothing but having a that is more than one critical points. Now coming to the how it is, there are two methods for preparation of YBCO is there. One can be prepared by using, that is a yttrium, barium, copper oxide can be prepared by heating a mixture of metal carbonates at temperature between 1000 Kelvin temperature to 1300 temperature. Here yttrium carbonate react with 4 molecules of barium carbonate and copper carbonate 6 molecules and half minus delta value of that is the oxygen molecule. This mixture is heated, mixed with each other and heated at high temperature 1000 Kelvin temperature to 1300 Kelvin temperature, in which the two molecules of yttrium, barium, copper oxide will be formed with liberation of 13 carbon dioxide gas molecule. The superconducting state of yttrium, barium, copper oxide can be varied from delta value is equal to 0 to 0.5. Beyond this, beyond 0.5, it changes into a insulating state. Therefore, delta value will be applicable only from that is 0 to 0.5. Therefore, we say that oxygen should be in the form of that is 6.5 to that is 7. In this range, it is applicable. Then only it becomes a superconductor. Otherwise, it cannot be act as a superconductor. It became a insulator. Similar to another that is a method for preparation of yttrium, barium, copper oxide is nothing but prepared by heating a mixture of metal carbonate and metal oxides in stoichiometric ratio. Here 0.5 mole of yttrium oxide, that is a Y2O3 in the solid state, which is solid, plus barium carbonate, which is also solid, and copper oxide, which is solid. They are grind and make a powder and mix with each other and heat to form a yttrium, barium, copper oxide with the liberation of 2 molecules of carbon dioxide gas. In this compound, the value of delta is equal to 0.5 and it acts as a superconducting. Usually, if it is taken as a excess, that is oxide, therefore it becomes a insulating state. Therefore, these are the two methods for preparation of yttrium, barium, copper oxide. Now coming to that is a BCS theory of superconductivity. The BCS stand for Bardeen, Cooper and Schrieffer. The BCS theory explains the superconductivity of only type 1 superconductors and does not explain type 2 superconductors. This theory can be explained using following points. First point goes to the valence electrons present in the superconductor gets paired. Pairing of electrons close to the Fermi level into Cooper pairs by interaction with the crystal. Now Cooper pairs nothing but these are a pair of electrons with opposite spins that are loosely bound at absolute temperature due to electron lattice interaction. This is called as a Cooper pairs. Second point goes to this pairing of electrons takes place by slight attraction between the electrons of crystal lattice. The process of coupling or pairing of electrons is called Honan interaction. Third point goes to pairing of electrons can behave very differently from single electrons which are fermions and must obey the Pauli exclusion principle. The fourth point goes to the pair of electrons act as bosons which can condense into the same energy level. And last fifth point is at the temperature the thermal energy becomes less than the band gap, then the material acquires zero resistivity and behaves as a superconductor. These points about that is with these points the theory, that is BCS theory, explain the superconductivity of superconductor materials. Now coming to that is the merits of BCS theory of superconductivity. First one is this theory satisfactorily explains the superconductivity of type 1 superconductors only. Second one, this theory satisfactorily explains the superconductivity based on classical mechanics. Third one is this theory satisfactorily explains the relative superconductivity between the metals. These are the three merits of BCS theory of superconductivity. Now coming to that is the drawbacks or demerits of BCS theory of superconductivity. This theory fails to explain the superconductivity of type 2 superconductors. This is the main drawback of this theory. And coming to that is the last one, application of high temperature superconductors. These superconductors, that is high temperature superconductors, are used in the production of sensitive magnetometers based on SQUIDs. That is this is used in the manufacture or production of sensitive magnetometers based on SQUIDs. That is it is a device superconducting quantum interference devices. This is it is based on the sensitive magnetometer is prepared. Second one is these superconductors are used in the making of fast digital circuits, including those based on Josephson's junctions and rapid single flux quantum technology. Third one is these are used in the powerful superconducting electromagnets, which is used in the maglev trains, magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, that is in the spectroscopy, in the scanning of the brain. Then it is used in the nuclear magnetic resonance. This is in the machines which is used for, that is taking the structure of the molecule or substance or product in the research area. Magnetic confinement fusion reactors, that is a tokamak, which is one of the device of magnetic confinement fusion reactors. And the that is beam steering and focusing magnets used in the principal particle accelerators, which is used in the particle accelerators. Fourth one is these are used in the manufacture of low loss power cables. These are used in the manufacture of low loss power cables. That is fifth application is these are used in the fast fault current limiters. It is used as a device which is prepare the device of fast fault current limiters. Sixth one, these are used as a high sensitivity particle detectors, including transition edge sensors. A temperature, a particular point, the one form of the substance is converted into another form at particular edge of that temperature is called, that is a transition edge, and it is detected accurately, that is called as a transition edge sensor. The superconducting bolometer is nothing but it is a study of radiation energy that can be detected. The superconducting tunnel junction detector, we already know. Again, that is a kinetic induction detectors and superconducting nanowire single photon detector. These are the sensitive, very sensitive. They can be detect particles by using this high temperature superconductors. Next application is these are used in the railgun and coil gun magnets. Next application, these are used in the electric motors and generators. These are used in the RF, that is the radiation filters and microwaves filters, that is for mobile phone base stations as well as military ultra sensitive and selective receivers. These are the stations, that is a frequency filter stations will be made up of by using these high temperature superconductors. Now come to that is a drawback of high temperature superconductors. High temperature superconductors are brittle ceramics which are very expensive to manufacture. It is a very expensive and it is a brittle one. This is the first that is a drawback of high temperature superconductors. Another one is it cannot be easy to form, or it cannot be easy to mold into any desired shape. These are the demerits of or drawbacks of high temperature superconductors. And this complete that is a high temperature superconductors.